Smoking dank Sinatra, that's all gas. On the hunt in a tall grass. Intercepting every ball pass, then I run it back, that's a TD. Check the scoreboard, y'all last. We up one, you see me. Pussy niggas wanna talk about it, go to Hellcat, no demon. I be politicking on your broadcast at the red carpet like the famous homie. Act your bitch, really famous homie, and you know it's in me. It ain't on me. So creative like I made Adobe. I've been balling like I played with.
What's the deal? What's the deal? We right back like we never left, man. The return of PolitiKan The Podcast. It's been like 6, 7. It's been a minute since we've been on, man. But heading into this 2024 election, you know, a lot of shit going on in the industry. You know what I'm saying? We decided that we had to bring PolitiKan back, man. Give y'all the real news, the real gutter, and make sure that y'all leave with a message at the same time, man. We're bringing the homies, man. They had to join your boy. You already know. Got JCole, got Eugene. What's the deal, fools?
What's good with it, brother?
What's up?
Shit, right back, man. How y'all been?
Man, it's been grinding. Been trying to keep up with you, bro. You know.
Man,
definitely grinding, bro. Definitely grinding.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So the topics we gonna get into today, man. First one is Bronny James. He has entered the transfer portal, and then he's also declared for the NBA draft. Now, in the past, you declared for the NBA draft. That was it. You couldn't go back to college. But apparently the rules have changed, so we'll get into that. Then we got to get to his father, Lebron, man. LeBron said that he only had a few years left and that the end of his career was coming soon. So we got to get on LeBron, man. Is it time for LeBron to retire, especially if the Lakers don't make the playoffs this year? You know, is he going to do a farewell tour next year, or is he going to do like Jordan and play until he's no longer that guy and his team's not even making the playoffs? What's the deal? We got Amrock. What's the deal, fool?
What's up, fellas?
What's up, dog?
What's going on, y'all?
Dog.
Another topic we get into, man, the NFL, man. So the NFL draft is coming up. We got 2 to 3 black quarterbacks that's going to be taken in that first round. So we got to get to who's going to have the projected best career in the NFL. We don't want to talk who's going to get the best draft or who's the best player, but it's also based on the situation you go to. So who's going to have the best career based on where they're projected to go? We got to touch on this JCole 7-minute drill. You know what I'm saying? Shots fired at Kendrick. We got to wait and see what Kendrick come with. You know what I'm saying? See if Drake ever decides to throw his name in the hat. But we definitely got to touch on that. You know, with the 2024 election coming up, man, we got Trump versus Biden again. And this time, Trump has the youth. It looks like he has the white youth. He has the black youth. The youth is not rocking with Biden, and it's looking like the youth, whether black, white, Hispanic, they're all leaning towards Trump right now. Well, let's get to this first topic, man. So the first topic at hand, we got to get to this Bronny James issue, man. So you already know, you haven't heard, Bronny James has officially declared for the NBA draft. He declared for the draft right after he entered the transfer portal. Now, USC, you already know he had the heart failure. He came back. He averaged just under 5 points per game. And his stats were underwhelming, to say the least. And after the season, his head coach transferred and is leaving, and he's going to start all over with a whole new coach and a whole new system. And instead of doing that, he decided to enter the transfer portal, and now he's also declaring for the draft. What are y'all thoughts on Bronny going to the draft or possibly switching schools? Who want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. Yeah, I mean, me personally, I think he should definitely stay in school, in college. I just don't think he's developed yet. For one, NBA is not going nowhere, as we heard the father saying, loving basketball, right? Like, it's not going nowhere. So he can take his time. He's not in need for money. He is one of the rare student athletes who came from money, also getting money in the NIL. He doesn't. That's not an issue. So just stay in college and develop and try to get better. Again, the NBA is so much young talent coming in. With what we've seen from him in college, I know he's been somewhat restricted, and thank God that he's been playing healthy. I just think to immediately jump in the NBA just because LeBron, your father, is in the NBA, I think would just be a bad move. But again, he's playing it right. He's entered the portal, but he's also entered the draft to see where he's at, where he stacks up. If he could go in the first round, if he's looking at maybe the second round, he'll probably just stay in school wherever he decides to go now because he's leaving USC. So, but yeah, I think he should stay just to develop more and get better. Again, NBA is not going anywhere.
That's real.
Yeah, I have to. Yeah, bro, I definitely have to agree, man. He because of that the issue that he had at the beginning of the season and him not necessarily being able to, fully be active as much as he'd like to, he should definitely, at least try out one more year in the college scene and continue to develop. Only because I was also kind of listening to I don't know if you guys check out or listen to Gil's podcast, Gil's Arena. Mm-hmm. So he was I guess Norris Cole was part of the G League Ignite, and they're actually disbanding that. So like they were kind of like breaking down as far as like what high school players were doing in the midst of like, instead of going to college, they would go to the G leagues and like get paid there, and then all along with the NIL stuff, and that way they would develop under like a whole NBA structure. That way they'd be able to get drafted out of there. But it seems that they're shutting the program down because there wasn't enough draft prospects, and it seems to be looking at the kids, because they're getting so much money in NIL deal, they just rather stay in school. So I think that would be the best way for him. Him entering the draft, I don't think anybody's gonna pick. He's got to pick him up above third round. To be honest with you.
Speaking on that G League thing, I think the league only did that because they felt threatened by LeVar Ball with that big baller brand with his league, and essentially took his whole idea and implemented it into their G League. And that's the whole reason why that existed in the first place, is because that idea was LeVar's Ball, and they stole that because they didn't want him to build that league, and send prospects in, and they wanted to own the prospects straight out of high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've been like them. Yeah.
Is he gonna make it into the league? Yeah, he gonna make it into the league. The NBA loves the next generation, the second generation players. They love them, So is he gonna make the league? Yeah, he gonna make the league. Now, like me being 35, about to be 36, I want to know if I can make the league too, because I mean, I'm guessing the standards is very low if you go off of stat wise. Caleb gave him extra points. Caleb, his stats is 2.8. 2.8, 25 games, only started 6. And you about to make it to the NBA? Dang, what? I guess the 35-year-old, I'm going to see if they're going to take me. I know I can at least hit 2 points in the NBA. Just like free throw something. Right, but the NBA is known for picking up second generation players. I mean, you got Sabonis, you got Bobo, you got freaking. I mean, you can go back to the Ronnie Brewers. You got the Kobe Bryant. You got the NBA loves second generation.
Gary Payton Jr., Tim
Gary
Hardaway,
Payton Jr.,
Kenyon Martin Jr.,
Steph. I mean.
Yeah, but they all had better even high school careers than Bronny James. Every last one of them boys had better high school careers than Bronny.
And that's what I'm saying. So he's going to make it based upon his daddy's name. That's it. I mean, Austin Rivers.
Austin, we already know, bro. My man, we already know what he was.
Austin Rivers, y'all. So the NBA loves second generation players. I mean, you still got Scottie Pippen Jr. in the league. You got Kenyon Martin Jr. and you know, Eddie House. You know, and I mean,
Eddie
you got
House Jr.,
Luke Walton. Now, Luke Walton had a better college career than Bronny at 2.8. Let's not get this confused. 2.8 points a game, ladies and gentlemen. Is he going to make it? Yeah, because maybe a lot of teams are going to also go, let's take the Cavs for a second. If the Cavs pick up Bronny, then all of a sudden they can try to entice LeBron, go back to Cleveland. You can go back to Cleveland, play with your son, and do your farewell tour in your home city. It's just a play. So, is he going to make the NBA? Yeah, but
with the new CBA is slotted now, so the contracts are already scaled based on when you get selected or how you enter into the league. They got where if you're undrafted, you got a cap. Where if you drafted in this round, this is depending on your slot. It's all slotted, so it's already predetermined how much money Bronny James is going to cost them. And it's going to be very cheap for you to get Bronny James in there and then turn around and sell some Bronny James merchandise or either take his likeness and go on a PR run and send him on all these interviews and all this other stuff. Because as a player, that's part of your contract. You're obligated to show up to so many functions and do so many appearances and do post-game interviews and all this other stuff. So Bronny's likeness is worth more to them than what they're going to have to pay. So ultimately, because of that, Bronny James will be in the NBA no matter how good he is. I think the problem is that we're all lying to the world trying to hype him to be something that he's not. Now, can he become it? Yes. But is he it right now? No. So let's stop putting extra hype on Bronny James and let that man develop. Like Amrock said, I think he should go back to college, completely develop into the person that he is, whether it takes another 2-3 years, and come out. Because whether you are ready or not, you are LeBron James Jr. You are going to get a spot in the league. The league is not going nowhere. I agree with you for real, Amrock, on that one.
Go from 2.8 to 7 points a game. Then we'll draft you.
I think the Baby Brothers better, in my opinion.
Bryce, I think
Bryce better. Bryce gonna be a beast.
Mm-hmm.
And Bryce is definitely nice. So speaking of Bronny, LeBron, man, the Lakers have been in the play-in since the conception of the play-in, and literally graying as before our eyes. He's like Obama, man. He is aging, and he's just looked wore out. He's been playing 42, 45 plus minutes since the 5th, 6th game of the season, and now he has to go win at the end of the year just to get into the play-in, and then he has to go beat a Kevin Durant, Warriors, or a Sacramento, which they haven't beat. Anthony Davis can't seem to deal with opponents, and he has to go beat one of these teams just to make it into the playoffs. How long do y'all think that LeBron is going to keep doing this before he just be like, you know what, this is my last year? Do you think that this, especially if the Lakers don't make the playoffs, do you think that this should be, next year should be, you know, LeBron's farewell tour, especially with his son coming into the league and the possibility of joining up and playing with him? What's your thoughts?
Well, in order for him to play with his son, that means the Lakers got to pick up his son, right? I just think it depends on what LeBron James is trying to do. At this point in LeBron James' career, what does he really want to do? That's really the question. What does he want to do? He got what? 4 rings? He got 4 rings, right? He's considered one of the GOATs, right? He's the top 3. Some consider him 1, some consider him 2, some consider him 3, right? But he's up there. So what else does he need to do in the league? LeBron James, being a Laker, his record is 201 to 144 losses. So, all right, cool. But he does have one championship, right? You can put an asterisk by it or whatever. It still counts. So, I mean, at this point, what is LeBron James willing to do, right? And then you got to ask yourself, so is he staying in the league just to play with his son, right? And be like, hey, I played with my son, right? And maybe his goal is to play with his son and get his son his first championship, right? Maybe that's what he wanted to do. He has to find some kind of incentive because once LeBron James go, then the league's going to change. Who's the new face of the league? Is it Kevin Durant? Is it Steph Curry? Is it Giannis? Is it Luka? Who's the new face? Is it Joker? Right? Everything changes when LeBron James decides to retire, right? So it's really on him what he wants to do. Now, if you a Laker fan, you want LeBron James and you want LeBron James either out or you want him to retire or something because LeBron James ain't really helping y'all out. Y'all barely making the playoffs. Yeah, you got that one championship, but what have you done for me lately? You haven't been doing anything. You barely making the playoffs and everything. Now you got to go through a hard Western Conference. And guess what he's also doing? He's taking your cap space, your cap money, and everything of that nature. And most likely, going back to his son, now he's doing things for the interest of his own family, not the game of basketball. So is he really focused on the game of basketball anymore? No, he's trying to get his son in his league. So if his son ends up going to the Lakers and LeBron James is still playing, you guys have no building room. So that's the only thing with LeBron James. But at the end of the day, LeBron James right now is the greatest player of all time that's in the league. So do what you do.
Yeah, man. I don't think. I think next year should definitely be the end. I don't think they're gonna even make the playoffs. I definitely think they're gonna lose in the play-ins. I don't see them winning the play-ins. And once that happens, man. But yeah, next year, man, just do the whole farewell tour, man. The Lakers aren't going to bring anybody over that's going to help you out significantly to make you get over the hump. The West is too stacked right now, bro. Y'all can't even get over Sacramento. West is too stacked. And I don't think he's not the same LeBron anymore. And I definitely do not think that he has that in him to will a whole team to a championship again. He wasn't able to do it last year. And I don't see him even doing it, even coming close to doing it this year. Anthony Davis isn't a guy that you can necessarily rely on to help carry that other part of the load. They don't have any other players who are as far as NBA competent. You know what I'm saying? They have D'Lo as their next, as their third option for a shooter. So, and he's not very, in my opinion, very, very competent as an NBA player. So. Yeah. And then next year, who are they gonna add? What do you see coming to the Lakers next year? Who's gonna want to play with him?
Bronny, 2.8 points a game.
You see what I'm saying, bro? And like an aging LeBron, like that's those are bad bargaining chips. I don't want to. I can't push that to the forefront to like bring new talent over here. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Would you be like the Dallas Cowboys? Do what's gonna bring the most personalities to your team, so you can sell the most jerseys and make the most profit. At the end of the day, it is a business. You're not gonna. A lot of these teams, they go broke. They actually go on the red to win a championship. If they are in a business, you can focus on the business side of it and say, "Hey, bring Bronny in. Let's try to sell as many jerseys and make." So this whole thing about LeBron last year with his son.
I don't even know if that's gonna be bringing Bronny in was gonna make any sense for the Lakers. first of all, when LeBron first came to LA, they didn't even really welcome him like that. So him bringing his son on, it just looks like a gimmick. It's like, okay, like y'all really are not here to win. Y'all just here to sell jerseys and sell $15 hot dogs.
The Laker fans are not gonna eat that up. Out here,
So you saying?
That's what I'm saying. Who you think is going to these games,
So
bro?
are you saying they should trade him to the Clippers?
Who?
Nah, we don't want no parts of Bronny over there, man. We green. We good. What's your take, Amra?
Yeah, I mean, next season should be the last, and he should pull a Tim Duncan. That should be the last one, and then after the end of next season, that's it. I'm out. As far as Bronny potentially playing with him, and what's his motivation? I mean, right? Like at this point, yeah, LeBron is definitely top 3 all time. What else do you have to prove at this point? You're leaving the game as the highest scorer, 10,000 rebounds, 10,000 assists. Nobody's done that. 4 titles, 4 MVPs, 4 finals. What else do you have to prove if you're LeBron James other than, potentially playing with his son, which would be cool because I don't think any other player, as y'all named all the fathers and sons, I don't think any of them actually played together. So that would be cool and different. But at the end of the day, yeah, I mean, I don't know. They're saying the Lakers will have the capabilities of bringing in a star, but who that star will be, nobody knows. So it's a matter of, okay, and that's probably going to be the last, opportunity. I mean, AD, is barely holding on with his legs. I mean, he's gotten through the season, but, and then everybody else on that team is role players. Yeah, I mean, the West is stacked. So, yeah, as far as LeBron's concerned, next year should be it. And I wouldn't even announce it. I wouldn't say it's going to be it. I mean, yeah, I'm sure he probably will. And I'm sure a lot of people, that'll draw a lot of, money, people wanting to see the last. The revenue is going to go crazy. But I don't think he should. I think he should pull it to Duncan because honestly, I feel like, and this is unpopular opinion, but I feel like he's been one of the most unappreciated athletes ever. Just how people constantly get on him for whatever, the move he made and this, and can the man play basketball? Has he proven that he can play some ball? He has. So, I think Tim Duncan probably felt the same way. Like, y'all ain't gonna, I've won 5 championships. Y'all ain't appreciate me, so I'm out. Whatever. I'll show up at the Hall of Fame ceremony, and that's that. I think LeBron should pull that too, in my opinion. But next year should be the last year.
Now, I think that because he wants to, the NBA is going to add 2 more expansion teams, and he's really fighting to be an owner of a team in Las Vegas. And so it would be a perfect transition for him to exit out next year, do that farewell tour, do the jersey swap with all the stars, and do all the promo run and get the NBA as much promo as it possibly can get from LeBron as he exits out. And that's the only way he's going to try to sway them to even let him get part of that ownership group or that expansion team. So I think that LeBron is definitely going to play it politically. If he can play this last year with his son and possibly do a goodbye tour, do all the good PR and use that to become a new expansion owner team in Las Vegas, I think that the scriptures already wrote and we just watching it unfold. I mean, it's a reason why Bronny didn't even average 5 points according to Yah. And
2.8.
You got people like Charles Barkley and all these people on there saying that he'll be a better NBA player than he is a college player, which makes no sense.
So real quick, top 5, the top 5 billionaire athletes of all time, right? It's Jordan, it's Tiger Woods, it's Phil Mickelson, it's LeBron, and it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Jordan, Tiger, and LeBron. Can you imagine if that's the ownership group? Because remember, Jordan pulled out of Charlotte for a reason, right? Like, who knows? And that could be just straight up all of them dudes worth $1 billion, well, plus $1 billion, 2 Tigers worth 3, LeBron's worth 2, and then Jordan's worth like 4. So they could just go straight up and not need, investors outside, like just them 3 on that. Maybe pull in Derek Jeter, who's no longer. All these guys are friends too. That's what I'm saying. It's like, and they got money. So yeah,
it wouldn't surprise me
if Vegas do.
It wouldn't surprise me if Magic Johnson find his way somehow in the deal. He's an NFL owner right now with the Commanders.
Yeah, with the Commanders. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it wouldn't surprise me if Magic put his hand on it too and try to get into it. All right, let's get to this NFL, man. So have y'all looked at this NFL draft coming up? We all knew Caleb Williams was going to be number 1. He's going to the Bears. They already traded Justin Fields to the Steelers. But then you got the Heisman Trophy winner, Jaden Daniels. He's right out here from San Bernardino. You got what's his name? You got Michael Penix. He tore he tore his ACL twice, but he still came out. He probably has the strongest arm. But that's 3 black quarterbacks that are probably going to go within the top 5. We talk about this every year, the rise of the black quarterback and how these black quarterbacks have been dominating. If you look at the playoffs, besides Brock Purdy, who was there at the end, nothing but black quarterbacks. And now we're about to have, 3 more entering right now. Which one do you think is going to have the best career? Because Jaden, he's looking like he can go number 2, but they're talking about him going to the Patriots, really. So Jaden Daniels ends up as the Patriots. Caleb Williams ends up at the Bears, and then you got Penix Jr. that might end up with the Commanders. Which one of y'all think will have the best career, man? Like, not talent, but it's also based on, your situation. What's your thoughts?
I'm gonna slide this. I'm gonna say Jaden Daniels. Just because he'll have a. Oh shit! Oh, I forgot. No, wait a minute. No, Belichick is gone. I don't know. Take that right back. No. I'll slide that right back. Caleb Williams. I think they're stacking that Bears team up to fit him. I've totally forgot Belichick was they let go. See, and I have no idea who's the replacement coach for the Patriots. Is it
Jared Mayo?
Gerard Mayo.
Gerard Mayo, thank you.
Oh, Gerard, that's right. Gerard Mayo. Okay, yeah. And I don't know. I don't really know his credibility, man. So I don't know. But yeah, I think Caleb Williams will probably have the better situation because, like I said, they are literally building that team around that kid right now.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead, y'all.
Oh yeah, I'll make mine quick because I don't really watch college football. So I'm gonna go with Jaden because he's from my city. So I'm going with Jaden, even though he's playing for the WAC Patriots. The dude from the Bears, the Bears weren't like the Bear. He has a better chance. But I'm going with Jaden. You know what I'm saying? Caleb hooked me up with the opportunity to be able to film him. So I'm going with Jaden. Jaden all the way.
Yeah, I will go with Jaden as well. An unpopular opinion, I do not believe Caleb Williams is worth all the hype. And I also think that he should go to the Commanders because he's from DC. He'll have a strong backing here. The Bears and the Commanders both pulled some decent moves over the offseason. Obviously, the Bears a little bit better. So yeah, I think Caleb Williams, they'll take him number 1. So I think he'll walk into a better situation immediately with the Bears. But again, the Bears haven't, just like RG3 said, the Bears haven't proven that they can develop a quarterback, keep him there. I mean, again, when was their last Super Bowl? Was 85 Bears. That quarterback was McMahon. I forget his name. But yeah, I don't. I think Jaden has the best upside for the future as long as you put him in the right system. I think they're talking Drake Maine. He may be going to the New England Patriots. And then Penix, I think he's late first round, middle first round, late first round. I don't know if they have him top 10. They put, I think, McCarthy from Michigan up there. He's possibly going to Minnesota. So, again, from what I saw of Caleb Williams in college the last 2 years, I think the year he won the Heisman was his best, but of course he had more weapons. And then obviously Jaden won the Heisman this year. So I will go with Jaden. I think he'll, Washington will take him second. Caleb will go first. But I think Jaden has the better upside as long as he's in the right situation. I'm just not believing all the hype with Caleb Williams. I think sometimes people get too much hype. It either goes LeBron James or it goes Jamarcus Russell. So we will see. Oh, I'm done talking.
I with Caleb Williams, man. I don't know. That nigga, where did Caleb go?
We don't know.
He'll be back on.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, we all. But yeah, go ahead, Eugene. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, I was just saying, like, just with Caleb Williams, I just think because he's walking into a better situation than Jaden Daniels, and like I said, he's with a brand new coach. I mean, they're both brand new coaches, but like this dude, new coaching system, new. Although I think he was a coach there before, right? Or he was a player there too, right? Or he was an ex-quarterback there. I'm sorry.
What are you talking about again?
The coach for the Patriots.
Yeah, he was on their defense, I believe. I think he was I think he was a defensive guy, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, he played for the Patriots, and he was on a couple of their Super Bowl teams.
Right. Okay. So I guess he kind of knows the schemes a little bit. I don't know, man. They ain't got no weapons over there, dog. They defense ain't worth a damn right now. They got nothing to help this kid. So I don't know, bro.
Yeah. Like I said, the Patriots always have a solid defense, but again, I don't think they're going to take Jaden down. Again, he's projected number 2, and that's the Commanders, unless the Patriots move up. That's why I think they're talking about.
Oh, yeah. Commanders is pretty cool right now, though. They got a pretty decent squad right now, as far as especially their.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
good.
Both of them definitely improve. I definitely think Chicago Bears improved a little bit better because they already had a decent team, but their O-line was trash for sure. I think Washington, they're just starting to piece everything together. I think they got your DC, the Cowboys old DC.
Yeah.
So we'll see what they do, but Caleb, I don't know. Like I said, you're just hearing too much hype. Like he's gonna be this, he's gonna be that. Like I said, normally.
Yeah. No, I get you behind. I get behind that. Yeah, this last season, because this last was actually the first team I actually got to watch. So I didn't see his Heisman season. But yeah, the last I was like, this is the Heisman Trophy winner. Oh, okay.
Right.
Not much to look at.
Yeah, I mean, apparently, he's wowing them, and he had the pro days, and I don't think he went to the combine, but I don't think he worked out. I think he just answered the questions, did the interviews. But the Bears are clearly taking him. I mean, you get rid of Justin Fields, send him to Pittsburgh, you're definitely taking him number 1. You add a running back Swift from us, the Eagles,
right.
You went out, got some receivers for him. It's just their O-line, who's going to be, and which they'll probably address in the draft as well with taking him. I'm sure they'll get, somebody to protect his blind side. So. Yeah.
That's true.
My shit tripped out on me, man. I have to switch cameras and shit in the middle of this shit.
So good.
We're going to keep it rocking. All right, so let's get to this next subject, man. So we got to get to this Kendrick.
Oh man, kicked him off again.
Caleb today is averaging 2.8 points a game. Well, that's all you need to get to the NBA.
I guess. Hey, exactly. That's all you need, dog. To get that rookie contract. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, that's crazy.
I'm trying to figure out like what is Bronny thinking? Like, does he feel like he was held back? You know what I mean? Like, does he feel like he wasn't utilized properly? Like, what was it to make you think that you're so draft ready? Like your team wasn't good.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that his thought process was, yo, I had this heart condition. I don't even know if this is my perfect time of being able to try to get in the league because my dad's in there. Or maybe my heart condition, like once my dad is gone, it may be a little harder for me to get into the league. So let me get in now before I have another problem or something. I have no idea, but I'm just saying 2.8. Damn.
Yeah, bro. Career. Yeah, bro. I was like, oh man, I should have stuck with it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
kept it going.
All right, we're gonna have to wrap it on no camera, man. This is some bullshit.
It's all right. You look like a lion.
I don't know. But let's get to this Kendrick Lamar, man. JCole beef. So we all know Future dropped his album with Metro Boomin, and once again, Kendrick Lamar, he comes with a verse coming at everybody, really coming at him, coming at JCole and Drake. And now you already know Cole was going to come back. He came back, he was talking about Kendrick Lamar's catalog. And when he talked about his catalog, he talked about, yeah, man, he only dropped like four albums in like 13 years, and only 2 of them motherfuckers hit.
Yeah, I can divide.
Those are facts. So what's your thoughts on this whole 7-minute drill from J. Cole? And what do y'all expect Kendrick to come back with after this?
I'm feeling the Vlad vibes, by the way, with being in the background. Okay, got the Vlad junk going. But oh man, so. You know, look, I said it when it first dropped. I was like, look, please don't let this distract us from what's really going on out here in the world. But it's all, you know, all in fun, right? I mean, hip hop, it's a sport, right? You know, it's competitive. Yep. So if you're going to name 3 people currently in the game, it's going to be Kendrick, J. Cole, and Drake. That's the 3 that you would normally name. We're past the Eminem, DMX, Jay-Z, you know, era, and then it was Wayne and you know, T.I. or whoever else you want to throw in there. You know, like everybody has their eras. We're still in that J. Cole, Kendrick, and Drake era. As far as, you know, getting, you know, good quality music, whether it's hip hop or a little mix of R&B, soul, you know, all of the things that these guys embody. And they've been going back and forth for, you know, since they came into the game. I mean, you know, let's not forget, you know, Kendrick in particular, you know, I'm sure he's probably doing this thing out there in Cali. You guys would know way better than me. But first time I heard Kendrick was on Drake's album. And then he also was featured on J. Cole's second album as well. You know, and not to say that, you know, J. Cole is wrong, but again, as I stayed on the HL podcast as well, I'm more of a Drake and J. Cole fan because their music I could always relate to. I felt like they were going through things that I was going through more so than Kendrick Lamar. I like some of Kendrick's music, but not all of them, not all the albums. Definitely To Pimp a Butterfly is a classic, but yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, you go back to Section 80, you know, so J. Cole, you know, just broke it down. As, you know, as everybody's saying now, you know, he did the Jay-Z takeover against, you know, when Jay-Z went at Nas and Mobb Deep and all them. And so, you know, I mean, look, these 2 are still at the top of the game. Both of them just dropped albums, and then Kendrick dropped one last year, and then Cole just dropped one, and he's gonna drop another one. I think this was just a prelude to the fall off. So yeah, I mean, it's all hip hop. It's all in good fun. They're going back and forth, and I think that's all it is. I don't think these guys really hate each other. This ain't no Drake and Pusha T. Okay, this ain't no Drake and Kanye. That's real beef.
Right.
This ain't no 50 Cent and Rick Ross. Yeah, no.
Right.
50 Cent and Ja Rule. This ain't that. I think that everything is competitive. But my thing is, what the hell is Drake doing to all these rappers? Rick Ross came at him now. Future talk about you stole his girl. Like what? Metro Boomin. Like Drake, stop pissing off all these rappers, man. Just go out there, just rap, do your little concerts, do your thing, man. But all these guys, especially those three, are legends in the game, and for various and different reasons. So yeah, I think it's all competitive, it's all fun. If they want to keep it going, keep it going. If Drake want to chime in, he'll chime in. But to me, I don't think he will, because I don't think it's that serious and real to him. I think if it was a Pusha T or Kanye said something, then I think you would hear something. But I think he'll just let it rest with JCole and Kendrick.
That is because ain't nobody messing with JCole right now, okay?
Yeah.
JCole's coming out letting everybody know. He said it. I feeling like Muhammad Ali, and he's out here swinging, and he's killing folks right now. And so I love it. I love the competitiveness. If you listen to both of their songs, they both telling. I mean, it's not like beef like how Amrock was saying. It ain't no beef. They all talking about, yeah, I'm gonna kill you, but we still friends.
Right,
So
Right.
It's nothing crazy or anything like that. It's good fun and competition. Who has the best pen out of us three? We're all friends, but who has the best pen? And me and myself, I love it. It's nice to also see a mature diss. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what mature dissing each other look like. And I hope other artists take heed of it,
Right.
A lot of times these artists is like beefing with each other and everything like that, and it was just a rap song, and then it turns into real beef, and then next thing you know, and we all going RIP such and such, because it turns street, So I like the mature beef, just like with the Jay-Z and Nas. Like, it was straight, hey, let's just get in the booth, who has the best pen. And, when Ether came out, Jay-Z knew what was up. So I'm waiting for one of these guys to drop an Ether track to one another. And like how you said, I think it's really going to be between JCole and Kendrick. Drake, he ain't really in it or anything like that. Like, but some of the stuff I'm like, okay, I'm just pulling for JCole. He be talking some stuff, and I'm like, man, Jay, you on a whole new level. My song is free. All I want to do is take the chains off, even though it has nothing to do with it. But he's just in a whole different penmanship, and he's showing it, and I love it. I love the competitiveness, and it just makes me want to be competitive in the field that I'm in. So I'm all for it. Let it keep going, keep it mature. Show these young cats how you can use the pen. You know what I'm saying? I don't think neither of them, all three of them can kill each other's career in a way, because I don't think it's that kind of, it's not 50 Cent taking out Ja Rule, you know what I'm saying? Or anything like that. It's just, but even with the 50 Cent and Ja Rule one, like, it wasn't like a lot of lyricists in it. It was like 50 Cent was pretty much funny in some of the stuff that he was doing to Ja. So I like to see I'm glad that there's still lyrical diss. You know, I got hyped off of freaking Lupe Fiasco and Royce 5'9". So I'm like, yeah.
Oh
Here we
yeah,
go.
yeah. That was dope. That was dope.
Yeah. And I was like, oh yeah, because now it's like lyricists. It's not like this. It's not like it'd be like freaking. This is a bad example, but like freaking. I'm done seeing like the Soulja Boys beefing with freaking like Boosies and whatever the case may be. Like I don't know what like these beefs. Yeah, I'm like, come on, man. I want to see some pen to the paper. Y'all diss each other and make me have to go back and listen to it again. Like, oh, I didn't even catch that the first time. And so,
real quick. Yeah, if there's one that you should go back and listen to, Joyner Lucas and Tory Lanez.
That one was dope.
That one was now dope. You want to like they was going at it.
That one was dope. It was
all
very
right, I gotta
dope.
go. I gotta check that one out.
Yeah, that one was a good one. I think it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
The best one was Mariah Carey versus Eminem, but you know.
Yeah, I agree, man. This is good for the culture, man. Good, really good for the culture. It's like you were saying, this is a sport, you know what I'm saying? And the way that they're doing it in the way that you're supposed to. This is like they're obviously they're standing in front of each other battling, but this feels like, you know, an old school way of like, you know, putting words to wax, you know what I'm saying? You know, what's the Boogie Down Bronx versus what's some cats?
The bridge is over. The bridge is over.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, Queensbridge, exactly. So like shit like that, man. That's what this reminds me of, and I love it. I personally feel that Cole did his thing on this one. You know, I mean, the thing is, I don't like JCole or Kendrick more than the other. They're kind of like in equal liking for me. Same with Drake, but I don't expect Drake to even say anything. He didn't say anything, you know, with Pusha, so I don't expect him to say anything here.
So y'all gotta pick one. Round one.
I got Cole.
Who you got?
Yeah,
I got Cole.
Cole's been killing everybody. He even killed Drake on first person shooter.
Yeah.
He killing everybody right now.
That Eagle Ways though was cold. And them going back and forth on Eagle. That was cold.
Yeah, I agree, man. Cole took this first round, but I think it's different because Cole, you know, had a whole track dedicated to him versus a couple bars in somebody else's song. You know what I'm saying? So I think when Kendrick comes back with a full track, then he'll even the score out. You know what I'm saying? But right now, I got to get this first round to Cole. I think that the women have been doing this battle rapping stuff, but this the way that the women do it is like it's not like hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It's more catty. It's really like they beefing, like it's really like personal and like sneak disses and throwing shots. Here it's like we talking about your catalog. We talking about what you done. You know what I'm saying? We talking about your accomplishments. You know, we talking them facts. It ain't about who you sleeping with or what doctor you went to, or you know what I'm saying. I think that's what we get tired with the women is they talking about fucking each other's dudes and you know what I'm saying.
Keep the personal out.
Put it on the flow, whatever that means. I guess it means speak your issue. I don't understand. I don't know what put it on the flow mean. I gotta get educated.
I don't know either, nigga. That's
put it on the flow, right no Diddy. Put it on the flow, no Diddy.
Saying you got Nicki Minaj, she dissing everybody. You got Megan Thee Stallion dissing everybody. You got Cardi B dissing everybody. So is this what's gonna happen with the male side of the hip hop game? Is everybody gonna go from being homies to dissing each other? Because I don't know if everybody could be mature and do it the way that they're doing it. So I think that is good for the culture, but I don't think that everybody should play around with this. I don't think everybody gonna be able to handle this. If a nigga get to dissing his whole life accomplishments, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Some niggas ain't gonna be able to take it like that. Like, so, you know what I'm saying? I think it is good for the culture, but at the same time, if the wrong people get into it and emulate it, it could be real bad for the culture. We already got a record amount of rappers dying now, man. Like, so many rappers die now, it's ridiculous. You used to get like 1-2 rappers that died. Now it seems like every rapper died at this point. That's how you.
That'd be street beef, man. That'd be like just wild street beef.
But I think a lot of them can't go into. I think they go into the street beef and all that stuff because they can't do it with the pen. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not a lot. There's not a lot of, off the top of my head, there's just not a lot of people that, besides JCole, besides Kendrick, besides Drake, what other, like, okay, I like Logic, but he ain't really like, yeah, you know, he
Right, so
good with his pen, but
Logic get in, he get in his feeling too.
So they say put it on the floor means let me know that you got beef. Like, niggas don't let each other know that we got beef. Niggas know we got beef.
Right.
Yeah.
You either know or you don't.
We don't give you an alert like, hey, nigga, I got beef with you.
They know.
Let me know.
When y'all looked each other in the eyes, you seen beef in his eyes, and you knew what was happening. I don't know why women gotta address it, everything.
And that is the difference between men and women, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, now let's get to this last topic, man. So
we already
knew that we was gonna be here, man. They tried to pull the wool. They tried to push DeSantis. They didn't even know if they wanted to push Joe Biden. But ultimately, here we are again, man. 2024, Trump versus Biden.
Put it on the flow.
So, what are y'all thoughts on Trump versus Biden again, going for our presidential race? So the polls are stating that the youth are all leaning towards Trump, and the older demographic is all leading towards Joe Biden. Why is there such a divide? And why do you think that the youth, the Hispanic youth, the white youth, why do you think that the whole youth as a whole are all leaning towards Trump instead of Biden? Like, what's your thoughts on this?
That is because like, it just goes down to, I don't, it's between these two guys, and we just gotta pick which one we're gonna go with, which one matches your morals, right? The closest, because they're both bad for the United States, but you gotta pick one or the other. You know what I'm saying? That's my whole thing. Pick one or the other. I get the people trying to do the independent votes, and I take an independent vote over not voting at all. You know, you're not voting at all. I'm just getting this disclaimer out. You're not voting at all. You're technically voting for both of them. Now that we got that disclaimer out, I think people are just coming out and going, who? They both ran the for the last 8 years. One of them, they both ran the country, right? So which one ran the country best out of the last 8 years? Like, did you like when Trump was in office, or was it better since Biden's been in office? And I think a lot of the young people are like, yo, it was better when Trump was in office and we were going through a pandemic. Let me vote for this guy. Plus, he gave me a stimulus check. Let's not forget that, right? He gave me a check. What has Joe Biden done for me? Joe told me that I'm not black if I don't vote for him, right? Mm-hmm. And he wanted it. Oh, I'm here for the black people. Joe, you've been here for 4 years. What the hell have you done for black people? Still waiting on it. You ain't giving me no check, Joe, right? So, and then I think when it comes to the older heads and everything, I think we're still stuck on this whole like I'm a Democrat and I'm a Republican kind of thing. We're not going like forget being Democrat, forget being Republican. Like which one is the closest to your viewpoint? Which ones their policies are close to the viewpoints of what you want to see for your family. But at the end of the day, to me, look at them. Look at them. Look at both of them. You see this picture right now? Like, look at it. No, go back to it, Caleb. Let the people see.
I was looking, I was like, bro, we got two old ass motherfuckers, bro.
This is what we got. Why are we voting? Listen, first of all, why are we voting for Joe Biden? Isn't that fool about to be like 90?
Yeah, this nigga old as fuck, bro. He gonna
we're not really voting for Joe. We're voting for whoever his vice president. That's really what we voted for with Joe. And Trump, isn't he going through some legal problems? Isn't he going through like a RICO case or something like that still? What the hell? Like, so I don't know. This shows the state of America, what's going on, and once again, we got to pick between these two. So which one matches your morals the best? Not saying that they're going to have all your morals and all your thought process, but which one comes close to the way that you think? Vote for that person. Don't vote for somebody that is not even going to be in the running. It's like drafting Bronny James at 2.8 points per game. It just doesn't make sense.
Hey, your comedic timing with that is great, bro. This is killing me every time.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Whether whoever wins, it doesn't really matter, right? We all know at the end of the day, a presidency is, it's somebody's pulling the strings. They're the guys that's the face. So yeah, we blame Bush, we blame Obama, we blame Clinton, we blame Reagan because they're the face, right? We blame Trump, we blame Biden, but there are a whole bunch of people behind the scenes pulling the strings. As we all know, America is a corporation. So let's not forget that. Now, who should you have? I agree with y'all. I mean, look, just vote independent. We can always write ballots in. We can always write a ballot in as far as somebody's name or a potential law that you're looking to, come to the forefront or, whatever the case may be. They have that on the ballots. And so, yeah, we should get out of the political ideology of, you have to pick a side. That's been the problem for the longest. That's what they want. That's why, everything here is divided, race divided, class divided, men and women, gender divided, everything is divided. Our states, again, we are the only nation in the world divided by states. Every other country, there's no states of France. There's only the United States of America, right? So we are just too divided. There needs to be some coming together. But, as movies are showing us, the new movie Civil War just came out, this is what they're pressing towards, right? I don't know if y'all know about the 2030 agenda. I'm not trying to scare people, but do your research and look that shit up. It started in 2020 with what. Okay, so it's progressing to right. It's progressing to that to that point, and we just have to be aware of what's going on, and but the economy has been some shit. It's gonna it's continuing to be some shit until they fix it. We all living in shit. I mean that's pretty much how it feels. Like you may not physically be in that mode, but every day prices go up. Every day you hear another shooting. Every day there's, now all of a sudden cargo ships are running into bridges everywhere now all of a sudden, right? Now that wasn't just here in Baltimore. Like now it just happened in Germany, and now we getting earthquakes. No, there wasn't just the earthquake in Taiwan. Now we had one in New York. Like, yo, what in the world is going on? Do y'all not know that they are trying to make pedophilia a sexual orientation?
Oh yeah. They've been talking about that for a couple of years, bro.
Yo, that is something that they are trying to pass out here into law.
They try to do it in California too.
Who's in control right now? Oh, Biden. Okay, keep going.
Well, what again? This is about us being divided, right? Biden's on the federal level. This is state shit. So, like, they don't really have nothing to do with that. They can pass, just like what Texas and Florida is doing. I think they're trying to pass this in Kentucky, one of the Midwestern states. But yo, like the Trump and Biden, yes, you have to vote for somebody, but that is still a distraction from, again, what really matters: who you vote for as mayor, who you vote for as judges. Baltimore is about to, mind you, we just had the bridge collapse, which everybody knows about, right? We saw that happen. Mm-hmm. Maryland passed for Baltimore to build a $1 billion prison inside of the city. Do y'all not already know that they consider Baltimore one of the most dangerous cities in America already? Now, thank God I haven't experienced that or seen it for myself, but like, yo, it's real, and that it's not just in Baltimore. So all of these different things that are happening as far as city and statewide, those are the things that we should really be paying attention to, because they are really trying to put things in law here that not only will affect us, not only will affect the elderly, but our children. Okay, that is what's most important. Again, they're not trying to take history out of the history, Black history specifically, because they don't want just Black kids, Latino kids to know what's going on. No, they are trying to make sure you guys don't see the signs for what they've done throughout history already, right? They're trying to hey, this looks a little Hitlerish. Hey, this looks a little, slavery-ish. Like, how things are flowing. They're trying to make
slavery?
Right, exactly. They're trying to make sure your kids don't know that right now. That's what's most important. And what's going on. So, I agree with y'all, and that's what I was exactly going to do myself. I've changed my classification to independent, and looking for another alternative instead of just these two puppets out here. And again, people, just pay attention to what's going on city and statewide, where you're at, because the shit is, it's bigger than just Trump and Biden. Like, these people are really trying to pass laws and put things into effect that will change everything over the next 5 to 6 years.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Doing things city and statewide will have a better effect on what you're trying to do for yourself and for your people than trying to vote for, Democratic or Republican on a presidential scale. I agree with you guys, man. Like, voting independent would probably be in everyone's best interest, especially when it comes to the two candidates that we have. And yeah, and bro, you know why the young folks want Trump up in there, man? What did Sexy Red say? Because they gave the hood money. That's exactly what she said, bro. So exactly, yeah. Of course, the young kids is going to love that, and the old folks. Hey, look. I guess the other folks like him because they're the only ones who can understand his mumbling ass. So, so bro, I go, yeah, he ain't really dish, he ain't dish shit, bro. And I really can't. Well, I can't say that. I know the unemployment rate has gotten a lot better since he's gotten here. But other than that, man, it's still same old, bro. Nothing, gas prices is up, rent is up, housing is up. Yeah, bro. I'm not really feeling, this situation. And then under Trump, man, racism was up. COVID was up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, bro. I don't want neither one of them. I'd rather not.
Shit, I feel it, man. It just goes back to like the youth. The youth is worried about. They worried about financial. Yeah, they worried about the money because it's the most expensive time to live ever.
Yeah.
And how do they expect to survive or ever attain? You know what I'm saying? Like our grandparents, our parents, they got houses for 100,000.
Dirt cheap. Dirt cheap.
Yeah, right. Like that's you ain't coming with 500,000. You ain't getting nothing. Like it's
And the
more
crazy
expensive.
thing about it is we can still go buy our grandparents' old houses, and now we paying three times as much for an older
Mhm.
house than what our
Mhm.
grandparents did.
Mhm.
I just think that because things are trending on the more expensive, yeah, everything's gonna be a financial decision. It's like, hey, man, Biden, if you ain't doing nothing to help the economy and you ain't giving out no money to help us survive, then it's like, well, what use are you for us? You know what I'm saying? Like you said, most of this stuff is handled on the state and city level anyway. So if the president ain't helping build a better economy or helping, you know what I'm saying, funnel some money into our pockets, then ultimately the president ain't doing shit because he ain't passing no laws. A lot of these executive orders, you know, they ain't never for no black people. You
Mhm.
know, we had Obama in there. Did he sign one executive order for black people? No.
He did for
So
the other community.
yeah, he did, but he didn't sign nothing for black people. So it's like I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Like you
Can't.
said,
Hey, bro. You can't argue with that.
we got Robert Kennedy Jr. He's running independent and he's petitioning to get on the ballot right now, and
Oh,
he's an
him and
option.
Aaron Rodgers.
He's an independent and he's trying to get on the ballot. So maybe you want to look that way. Other than that, man, y'all want to get some shout outs before we get up out of here?
Shoot, can I put my name on the ballot? I wouldn't put my name on the ballot.
Yeah.
Then somebody, what was that one dude? Like something Dick. What was it?
These
Like
nuts.
these nuts. Yeah, I want to do what these nuts. When y'all see my name on there, just know that was me that voted for myself. But shout out to you gentlemen for jumping on here. It's been a cool minute. I'm glad that we got to chop it up. We starting off light, but I know we about to get into some heavy stuff. We talked about the Bronny and everything, but Caleb, Calen's been waiting and holding on to his Clipper stuff. So he didn't want to come out in the beginning with this Clipper stuff. Everybody that watches, I know this is like one that, dang, they came back and they're not talking about the Clippers. Like it's coming. We ramping it back up and everything. We're gonna talk about the Clippers. Well, depends because they ain't really doing that good themselves. So we might wait to playoffs and then that's when Caleb's gonna come back out and tell us who's going to win the playoffs. And then that's when he's going to come out and say the Clippers, right? So we ramping it back up. But shout out to you gentlemen for jumping on. Most of us as husbands, fathers, boyfriends, and everything like that. And we've taken the time just to chop it up with each other, educate each other, and men stepping up. That's my whole thing. Continue to step up because men, we are needed. And if we don't step up, then we about to stay in a whole bunch of confusion. So continue to lead your households, continue to be the men that we called to be, and mentor somebody, help somebody out, because right now we in a shit show.
And amen. Yeah, man, again, yeah, shout out to you, brothers. This was a dope conversation. I definitely learned a lot of stuff. Yeah, I can't wait to really get into the swing of things, man, and really get to these hard hitting topics. You know what I'm saying? I know today we probably averaged a little more than 2.8 points per game, but you know what I'm saying. But it was dope. Really a really fun conversation. Just real quick, I'm going on tour April 27th, man. So just shout out, to that right there, man. So so hopefully we can in one of these cities, man. People can come out, and just enjoy some dope music.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's great, man. Shout out to you three artistic Black brothers, man. I see you guys doing your thing, with posts and, with film, with music, with interviewing, with hosting, with directing. It just keeps me motivated and keeps me going. The biggest shout out, hopefully by the end of this month, the second film will be dropping. That's the Boomer 1947. So, be looking out for that. Appreciate it. Be looking out for that. And yeah, man, everybody just stay blessed. Kids, let's take these kids to the bookstore and just, let them pick up some books, man, instead of, kids always being on the iPhones, different things like that, just, reading is the biggest tool. That's the one thing that they're trying to take from us, take from our youth, and they're doing it for a reason. So, and yeah, go to the doctor, check up on yourself too. That's a big thing now. So, go to the doctors and check up on yourself if you haven't. I need to do the same. So that's what I'm saying. It. So I'm trying to practice what I preach. So appreciate it.
Amen.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all, gentlemen. Man, technical difficulties, bullshit. I don't know why my camera just glitched out and it won't come back on. And then when it came back on, it kicked me out again. It kept kicking me out, but then it won't kick me out with no camera. So we just rocking without the camera, man. But we back, man. We got to get back to these topics, man. I feel like it's necessary. We were talking about a lot of topics on here that once we stop doing this podcast, you see nobody touch on. And now that I see Amroth bringing his podcast back and I'm watching him, he was the motivation to be like, man, look, he's still getting to it. He's still pressing forward. I got to join my brother in the fight. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So we watching, man. And y'all are my motivation, man. I watch y'all. I see what y'all doing out here. I see how y'all keep picking up the book, man, resetting. And that's one thing, man. You got to be able to sometimes you got to hit the reset button yourself. But sometimes life do it for you. But you got to be able to, you know what I'm saying, reset, reformulate, and come back stronger and wiser than ever, man. So that's where we at right now. You know what I'm saying? Same time, Sundays, 7 p.m., PolitiKan The Podcast. We back. You already know what I say, man. I don't know what you do with your life, but I'm going to get to it, man. PolitiKan The Podcast. We out.
You want to stop me? You're going to have to fucking kill me!
Smoking Dank Sinatra, that's all gas. On the hunt in the tall grass. Intercepting every ball pass, then I run it back, that's a TD. Check the scoreboard, y'all last. We up one, you see me. Pussy niggas wanna talk about it, go to Hellcat, no demon. I be politicking on your broadcast at the red carpet like the famous homie. Ask your bitch, really famous homie, and you know it's in me.